Hi guys, welcome back to Waxing On. It's Wednesday and that means classic rock. Now over the last couple of years we've looked at music by the Beatles and some solo projects, specifically John Lennon and Paul McCartney. A few weeks ago even I did George Harrison's first solo project, All Things Must Pass, which surprisingly very few people watched. Don't know why that was, but there you go. Today we're looking at another band from the British Invasion, the Rolling Stones, and it's Mick Jagger's first solo outing. 1985, She's the Boss. They just switched labels over to Columbia, and Mick pulled kind of a fast one and tailored in a little 3-album solo deal, piggybacking on the Rolling Stones deal, which didn't go over well with Keith Richards. But anyways, this was the first album that Mick put out. A lot of songs written by Mick this time. The first one here, Lonely at the Top, was actually Mick Jagger and Keith Richards. So that's the only one they've done, collaborating. Other than that, most of them are just strictly by Jagger. He's had a couple here that some Alomar had helped write, and another one here was Jagger and Alomar. Now, different band he's using now too. We don't have any of the Stones appearing here. We've got kind of an all-star band. We're looking at Jeff Beck, lead guitar. Pete Townsend playing guitar. Boy, that's pretty impressive there. Herbie Hancock, keyboards. Jazz player working in there with these guys. We've got, who I see on here also that was good. Rob Shakespeare on bass. Sly Dunbar playing drums. It's really an all-star cast he has backing him up. Now, I don't know if he ever toured behind this album or not, but it was certainly an interesting album to put out. Yeah, it did sound a bit like Stones music at times, but not quite the same edge as the Rolling Stones had. Just a little variation. I mean, no doubt it's Jagger's style. And this one, not sure on production even. I think he may have had co-produced by Mick Jagger. So he's writing the tunes, co-producer, solo project. He's got to take the credit or the blame, depending on how you think of the album. I listened to it just the other day again to kind of refresh my memory on it. It's a pretty solid album. Give you some idea what we've got on here. Lonely at the Top, Half a Loaf, Running Out of Luck, Turn the Girl Loose, Hard Woman. That's side 1. Side 2 is Just Another Night, Lucky in Love, Secrets, and She's the Boss. I think one of the best things about the album is the backup band he's got. I mean, it's a nice way to introduce you to people like Jeff Beck, which, if you hadn't listened to his stuff before, if you're a fan of Jagger's, you get exposed to that. Sly Dunbar. We've got Eddie Martinez, we've got Nile Rodgers, we've got Herbie Hancock. I mean, there's a lot of great players on here. And it's a really interesting album. Now, I didn't listen to his subsequent albums, and there was a joke by Keith Richards said this was like one of those books that everybody has but no one reads. Now, that may have just been Keith venting a little bit, but who knows. Anyways, some great stuff. Really good for a first outing. And again, pretty much what you'd expect. Now, checked. It is on the streaming networks. Obviously, hard copies are still available. If you haven't checked out Mick's solo outings, it's worth a look. Because right now, I mean, really, I haven't seen a lot of new material from the Stones. Kind of nice to have something to go back and maybe just change things up a little bit. So that's it for Wednesday. Classic rock. Mick Jagger and She's the Boss. Hope you join us on Friday when we'll be looking at another, I don't want to say unusual group, but some key players branching out. I'm going to say it's kind of like Traveling Wilburys, but it's not the Traveling Wilburys, right? Kind of a side project. We'll take a look at that on Friday, so hopefully you join us for that. Till then, everybody take care, stay safe. Thanks for stopping by.